Hi and welcome to my channel. In today's video I want to talk to you about my triathlon bike, in particular about my custom cockpit. So this is my 2016 Focus Izalco Chrono, which I already made a video about it and about the build itself. There isn't many changes made since that video, but the main change was here up front. So I had a 3D printed custom made cockpit adapted to this particular bike, and I did add a 15-degree spacer. I will give you more details about the cockpit, but before, let me show you what it looks like from close up. So this is the cockpit from up close. It's 3D printed, and as you can see here in the middle is being glued together. So I set up the switches facing me just for ease of reach. It's got a Garmin mount just in the middle, and it's quite interesting because this is hollow, so you can put, I think, up to 4 gels in here, and there is this little place there that can be used as a bin for your empty gels so you don't lose them. I particularly like this cockpit because at the back here where your elbows are is closed, and it is actually quite comfortable. At the moment it's sitting on a 15 degrees spacer there, plus another 15 degrees spacer there. The BTA bottle cage mount also came with a file and it's been 3D printed in the same material as the cockpit, and I think it looks sleek. It looks very aerodynamic from the front as well. I bought the file from a pro triathlete, which his name is Niels Huckschlag. I will link it down below in the description, and I will link the Etsy shop itself. And I had it 3D printed by a friend of mine with a carbon fiber composite. So it is fairly light, about 650 grams, I believe, for the lot. And it is pretty sturdy as well. The original file for this cockpit was supposed to be for a cube triathlon bike, but I have adapted it to these Izalco bars. And in order to do so, I had to mount these bars inside out, basically. So normally these would be on the outside there. But to make the distance correct, I just mounted it inside out. And I had to create a little metal plate that goes from one mount to the other and then bolt onto the cockpit itself. As well, the cockpit has got 2 carbon fiber rods that starts from here and go all the way up to here, and they are rods, not tubes. The tubes are not quite strong enough. They are 14mm rods, and it has got an adapter which allows you to run the internal cables here for my Di2. It has got as well a couple of holes there which are supposed to drain the sweat. The only negative part, in my opinion, with these mount and this setup is these bolts, which are quite bulky and you can definitely feel them, but I've got something coming later on in the video which I'm trying to adapt to this. This, as I said, is the BTA mount. These are just some quite cheap bottle cages. I will change them before the race because the bottom one in particular, I did lose a bottle there. And then another update on the bike is just this little pouch there for the gels. So I think I can fit 3-4 gels here, 3 full gels there if I need to, plus the 2 bottles there, that bottle there, and now I'm thinking of adding a seat mount bottle cage. So yes, let me know. Let me know what you think of these cockpit. I think it looks smart. Definitely it's comfortable, more comfortable than the normal aero bars, and I'm sure it is also more aerodynamic. And we'll see how it performs on the 12th of July for my race. But let me show you what I've got in mind for this bolt. So to fix the bolt problem, I have bought these neoprene sheets. It is an A4 size, which it is the exact right length for this. So I'll just have to measure there, measure up here, and then cut it to size. And I am going to mount it with some Velcro on the back. I will glue some Velcro here and then mount it on it steadily. And we'll see how it is. I might double up near the bolt there, but I will see shortly. Okay, so for a start, I have cut the Velcro. This is the soft side, and I'll just have to cut the same onto the more rough side. And then now I'll need to measure and cut these to length. So let's do that. So the length I'm gonna do is about 24 centimeters. So I'm just gonna cut it here. It doesn't need to be super precise, but I'll try to do a good job. Okay, so it's supposed to be 4 centimeters up top, which is around here, and 8 centimeters at the bottom, and one of the edges is straight. So I'll just do the 8 there. So now I just need to do fairly straight line, just like that. Let's hope I'm gonna go straight enough. Well, it's not too bad. It doesn't look too wonky. There is a little bit there. So maybe I should just leave it as it is and test it to see if it fits. So it does fit, so I'll do exactly the same on the other side. I'm just going to use these as a template. Again, doesn't need to be ultra precise. It's on an elbow pad. So that fits well. Again, the bolt is about at this height, so I need to make a couple of places just to give that little bit of thickness around the bolt. So what I'll do, I'll just use these spare bits, or actually this one is probably better, and I'll just cut a couple of pieces like that. So let's do it. So just to give you an idea of what I want to do, I did have these little cutouts. I'm just going to put them on the side like that, and then the pad can sit on top like that, and that will give a little bit more padding to avoid feeling the bolt too much. In fact, I was thinking of putting the Velcro, but I think I'll just put it down like this. This aero bar is not supposed to go anywhere, so when I'm going to remove it, I'm just going to rip it out and redo it new. I've got plenty of this neoprene, so I think I'll just do that. It's got double-sided tape on the back, so yes. So let's do that. So this is what it looks like now with the padding. It's got a little bit more thickness there where the bolts are, and I can barely feel the bolts like that. So I am sure it will be alright when I ride it. So now what is left is just to basically take it out for a ride and test it. I think it looks really good. Again, I didn't pay much for this. I paid 80 something pounds for the file, and then my friend basically printed it for me for free. I think the spool of the material was about 50 to 100 pound, but he said it was about 35 pound worth of material for him to make it for me. So he's done it, and he's done it for free, which was great of him. And I think it's such a cool little upgrade for a budget build. Still, even with this, I think the bike just come at a total of just under £1,000. £100 to build it, which I think is insane for such a cool bike. And it is pretty fast. I did ride it a few times, and I did average about 5 kilometers an hour more than with my road bike with the same amount of power and effort. So yes, let me know what you think. And if you want it, as I said, I'm going to share the link, and I'm going to share the link of the triathlete that built it, Niels Ushlag. Thank you very much for him. He's been great, giving me all the information regarding these cockpit. I just think it just looks so good. It looks like £1,000 cockpit, and it did cost me basically less than £100, which I think is great. So I am just here in Italy editing the video right now, and I don't know what I've done, but I messed up with the quality of the last footage, but I'll leave it in there. I hope you enjoy it. There is some information there. It's not the best quality, but as I said, I'll just leave it. Well, this was my little update about my triathlon bike. If you want a more in detail walk around, I will link the video here somewhere of my build walk around video. If you want another video regarding this bike, ask me any question down below and I'll be happy to make another video about it. Let me know what you think about this cockpit. Let me know down in the comment what you think about it. If you would have done anything different from what I've done, if you think that it's a good deal, if it's been a bad deal, or if you think I'm just stupid, just let me know. Just leave me a comment down below. Also, if you did like this video, please subscribe to the channel. It does really help. I just want to hit that 1000 subscriber wall. I'm about 250 subscriber away at the moment. So please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment, and I will see you in the next one.